And we are live. Let's put the invite in the chat. And let's throw this on Twitter. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Okay, let me actually type this. It would be great if a random person joined Shadowbammed one day. Like they just don't let me know and they just like show up. That'd be so cool. That'd be hilarious. Who's come on Shadowbammed? I feel like it's just Ray and Caesar so far. Has anybody else come on? I don't think so. No. Yeah, I feel like it's just Ray and Caesar so far. I'm gonna take a few minutes and then I'll start the show. Oh my god, I was listening to what episode was it? I was trying to find where me and Caesar talked about on the field racism. Okay, I was listening to episode 147. It was basically like the week before the COVID lockdowns. And that episode was so funny. I was laughing so hard the whole time. We were talking about there was like a classical that we recapped. I mean, I'd listen to We Made It podcast, and I'm just like, there's never been a soccer show like this ever. Like, this is the best soccer show ever. Like, not even close, yo. I'm gonna listen to the next one. I'm gonna listen to 148 too. Actually, I feel like I listened to that a few times because I feel like that's the episode that's right. Yeah, I feel like that's the episode like right when the COVID lockdowns happened. But yeah. Maybe I'll listen to it. But yeah, honestly, We Made a podcast the best ever. Literally 7 years been doing We Made a podcast. I got a new laptop and I don't have the same you know what, I can figure it out. I'm sitting here talking to myself. But yeah, this time today, you know what? How the hell did Bad Lefty he probably subscribed on YouTube. Today we're going to talk actual football. We're not doing the Black History Month edition. Although last episode was really cool. Once again, big love to Bad Lefty and Alex that were in the chat. We were talking about how to end racism, period. And it was dope. I talked to some other people about that. Like, how do we end racism? And we got some interesting responses. Yeah. But today I want to talk about the impending transfer, although I feel like I talked about it before on here, but I realized like ESPN FC like talks about the same topics all the time. So can I. So we're getting more confirmation. I guess we haven't heard like anything specifically from Mbappe, but we're getting like more quote unquote confirmation that Mbappe is leaving. He's told the team he's leaving. And then we're getting more and more confirmation that he is going to Real Madrid. Is it like all the way true yet? Like, I don't think so. But like at this point, I guess we have to take it at face value. But We haven't heard Mbappe say it himself. And we haven't heard like PSG say it themselves. But they're acting like that's like a whole fact that Fu is leaving PSG and he is going to Real Madrid. They're also saying that he's supposed to be taking a damn near half, excuse me, taking like less than, like taking like half his salary that he was that he's been making at PSG. Which I'm like, that's not even a big deal because like, yeah, this fool's getting paid like hella money. Like, why can't I find any stories about it? Like, I guess that was just the news 2 days ago, and like it doesn't even matter anymore. Whatever. But I stand by this. I am not a big fan of Mbappe going to Real Madrid. I feel like it's 3 seasons late. I wish that Mbappe went to Real Madrid before like Vinicius Jr. really established himself. Like for himself, like for him, you know? It's just kind of boring now. I feel like it's boring for him too. It's like you're just going to another really good team. And like, yeah, like maybe they could have a dynasty and win Champions League 3 years in a row again. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't really love him going to Real Madrid anymore. It just got boring after a while, like the back and forth. I would much rather see him go to Man U. And I'm not a Man U fan, but I'm saying like for like the sport and for Mbappe, like I'd rather see him go. Let's see where Man U is in the EPL right now. If they're not in the Champions League spot, which I don't, I think they're in 6th. Like, yeah, okay. What up, Alex? Man U is 6 right now. Can they get in the Champions League spot? They're 5 points behind Villa, 3 points behind Tottenham. Now, I don't want them going to Man U and having to play in Europa. I'd rather him not even play in Europe at all than playing Europa. But I don't know. Like, I just don't love him going to Real Madrid now. Like, it's just boring. And I'm thinking about center forward Mbappe. Like, Mbappe has been playing center forward for PSG for basically the whole season. And it's not like how it was when Neymar and Messi were there or when Neymar was there where he's getting like forced there. Because it's not like the last match against Real Sociedad, Mbappe started at center forward and they had 2 center forwards on the bench, Colomwani and Gonzalo Ramos. So Mbappe wants to play center forward now. Like that's what he wants to do. And I do think it's because he's lazy. Like he doesn't want to play defense. When you play on the left wing, like you play on the wing, like you got to defend a little bit. Like you don't have to defend like all the time, but like you got to track back sometimes. And Mbappe is just not that dude. Like he does not want to be tracking back and like defending overlaps from fullbacks. Like he does not want to do that. PSG, for better or worse, has like since Neymar and Mbappe got there, like they really are a counter-attacking team. They just don't want to say it. They just don't want to believe it. But like they really were a counter-attacking team. And Mbappe is probably the best player on the counter, him and Vinicius Jr. But for sure Mbappe is the best player on the counter. Like that's if you like who do you want on the counter attack? It's like you want Mbappe. Real Madrid doesn't play like that. Real Madrid plays football. And I don't know, like, is Mbappe really that guy to play center forward at Real Madrid? Benzema? What the hell is that noise? Is that the cat? Yeah. Benzema was a drop back kind of like false 9-ish center forward. He dropped back a lot. He got involved with the midfield. But Does he have good link up play with PSG this season? Alex, absolutely not. That's not what PSG does. Benzema would drop back, kind of like how Harry Kane was at Tottenham. I don't really watch him at Bayern that much, but Harry Kane at Tottenham, he's dropping back a lot. He's getting involved in that midfield. He's picking out passes here and there. But Benzema didn't play with Jude Bellingham. Now they have a real like Jude Bellingham is like really an attacking midfielder for Real Madrid. He's running through the channels. He's like getting forward. I feel like if you put Benzema with Bellingham, let's just say like Bellingham doing what he does now and Benzema what he did when he was there, it wouldn't work. They'll get in each other's way. Like it would not work. So when you're thinking about Mbappe playing with a player like Jude Bellingham, he's going to have to play a really traditional center forward the way that Joselu plays right now when he comes in. And is Mbappe willing to, is he willing to be Erling Haaland for Real Madrid? Erling Haaland rarely touched the ball. Is Mbappe going to do that? Is he going to be the 9 that he doesn't score headers? You don't send in crosses to Mbappe. He damn near half the time he takes corners. He doesn't get in the box and try to score. I'm like, is Mbappe going to be like a traditional center forward? No, he doesn't play a traditional center forward with PSG. He basically just waits for counterattacks. He sits up there, and if they win the ball, it's like, get it to Mbappe. And when they have the ball in their possession, like, he's not really waiting for like a cross in the air. You know, he's waiting for like to get like picked out kind of like at the edge of the box or something like that. He rarely scores like a tap in close. Alex says, I feel like Madrid thrives with a good playmaking number 9 that can hold up the ball and pass out to wingers, and I don't really see him doing that. Exactly. He does not do that. He cannot do that. I can't see Mbappe saying, I will be Erling Haaland, because he's really a winger, but he's lazy. He doesn't want to do all that a winger has to do. Now, is that because he was lazy at PSG and he would do it at Madrid? I don't know. But I'm not going to put Mbappe over Vinicius Jr. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, Mbappe, you're coming here to play center forward, dude. Like, you've been playing center forward. You're putting 2 center forwards on the bench at PSG. You're coming here to play center forward. But, like, when I think about Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, and Rodrigo/Valverde, I'm like, how does that really work? Or Jude Bellingham can like play more of a traditional midfield, which he did at BVB. He was not like your true, like he's playing like an attacking midfielder, like damn near half the time filling in for a center forward at Real Madrid right now. Maybe with Mbappe there, he can push back, which is going to be fine. Obviously, Real Madrid has really good midfielders. The way I see it working is with the 4-4-2 formation with him and Vinny up top. The thing is that 4-4-2 you're talking about, Alex, it includes Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham, like, is kind of filling in those channels and kind of pushing that line sometimes. But I remember sometimes when I remember when Real Madrid would like come out in like technically a 4-4-2, but it wouldn't end up being like that, because I remember they would have like Valverde as that like midfielder on the right, and he would end up pushing up. So I don't know, like, I mean, Carlo Ancelotti is a really good coach. He's a genius, and he can figure it out. But my issue with Mbappe is that Mbappe has just been coddled at PSG for these past like several seasons. Or at least this past season, like he's just so coddled. And I don't know if Mbappe can play on a real team where you're not the team, like where the team doesn't revolve around you. Like, can he do that? He spent 7 years at PSG. Like, can he go to a real team I don't know. And I don't want him going to PSG and then now there's drama. Like they've been winning, they won Champions League without Mbappe. Like they won Champions League with Vinicius Jr., Benzema, Rodrigo, Modric, Cruz, Valverde. That's who they won Champions League with. I don't think they necessarily need Mbappe to win Champions League or win the league. But at the end of the day, Mbappe is an amazing player. He's like titanium. He never gets hurt. If Real Madrid didn't have Vinicius, I would be like, yes, get Mbappe, like for sure. But yeah, I just like when I'm watching him at PSG, I'm just like, what do you do, dude? Because he's not a great center forward, really. Like he's not. Like he's just good on counterattack. He's the best player on a counterattack. But that's it. And Real Madrid don't really get a whole lot of counter. Like they let me take that back. They do get counterattacks here and there because Vinicius Jr. is really good on counters and stuff too, and so is Rodrigo. And they have good defending midfielders. Valverde's a really good defender. Camavinga is a good defender. Tchouameni's a good defender. And then they have like good defenders. But like Real Madrid's not going to become a counterattacking team, whereas PSG, like at the end of the day, like they're a counterattacking team, especially when they had Neymar. I don't know. Honestly, I just don't love it. I wish he was going somewhere else. I wish he was going somewhere where like he can create his own legacy. Because like I said in the past, like Mbappe going to Real Madrid's already good. They already won Champions League a couple seasons ago with like players that are basically unproven. Yeah, Benzema had an amazing season, but it wasn't like Benzema hadn't had a season like that before. He was a player that they were like, we don't know how good he's going to be. He was scoring like 5 goals sometimes with Ronaldo there. The season before that, like people were down on Vinicius Jr. They're down on Rodrigo. Like they weren't like stars when they won Champions League for real. Like I know how good they are, but like the world didn't. But they end up winning Champions League. Last season they went out to City, and City was like ridiculous. I just wish Mbappe could go somewhere and like create his own legacy. Like I think that if you went to Man U, like Man U struggling, you go to Man U and you bring them back to glory, like now you're really looking like a really dominant player. But if you go to Real Madrid, it's like they already got hella good players. They're already hella good, dude. Like, like what are you doing? You're just going to another good team. No, but I mean, obviously, like if they win a treble or win doubles, yeah, for sure they can. It's going to look great for him too. But he can't do something. He can't bring something to Real Madrid that they didn't already have. Like when Erling Haaland came to City, he scored 50 goals, they win Champions League. You're damn near arguing, is that his Champions League or is that Pep? Because Pep wasn't trying to have no traditional center forward like that, and they couldn't win Champions League. As soon as they got one, the fool scores 50 goals and they win Champions League. It's like that Erling Haaland did that. You know what I mean? They won a treble. So I don't know. I just feel like for him, like go somewhere. You got to go to a big club, obviously, but like go somewhere where they don't be winning like that, and turn it around for them. You can't turn nothing around at Real Madrid. They're already good. They're probably going to win the league this year. Let me see how many points they are ahead. Oh, damn, Athletic Bilbao's playing today. Jesus. Well, they're 8 points above Girona, but Girona has a match today. They're playing Athletic Club. Ooh. So they could end up being 3 behind Real Madrid or Girona. Real Madrid could be up by 3 points today or remain up by 6 or 5, depending if they draw. But Real Madrid's probably going to win the league. They're 8 points above Barcelona. They're 9 points above Atletico Madrid. Like they're probably going to win the league. Champions League is a different story, obviously, but I don't know. It's just kind of boring to me. Now, PSG, on the other hand, they are going to be looking for what seems like to be Mbappe's replacement. The funny part is they're looking for Mbappe's replacement. Mbappe plays center forward, but no, you're not looking for a center forward. You're looking for a winger. And although, the media says all kinds of crazy shit, you're hearing a lot about Victor Osimhen. I don't know who the hell wants to have 3 center forwards on their books, but okay. I think that, PSG does want all the shiny new toys. And I feel like I feel like they have to, like Gonzalo Ramos' contract is like a mandatory transfer. Like not like he's on loan right now, but I think they have to bring him in. You got Barcola, who's a left wing. You got Ousmane Dembele, who can play on either side. I think that Rafael Leao is the logical replacement for Mbappe. I'd rather see him there. He is, he's already played in Liga one or 2 seasons. I feel like it might be one. Let me see. I would imagine it's 2. Oh, he's only 24. Oh no, he played 1 season at Lille. But he does speak French. He is he a little injury prone? I feel like Rafael Leao gets a little niggles here and there. Let me double check that though. Let me not put that on him. Okay, no, he played 35 matches last season, 34 the season before that, 30 and 31. Maybe I'm thinking of those seasons. Yeah, I think you bring in Rafael Leao. He's played in Ligue 1. He speaks French. He's a rapper. He wants that clout. I think he would like to live in Paris. Yeah, I think you bring in Rafael Leao. Victor Osimhen, like bringing in another center forward is like I feel like you're relying a lot on Barcola as a left wing. Like Barcola's still really young. Like you can get somebody that he can like come in with. He's a good player, and I think he's a baller. I hate that he went to PSG. Oh, he's 21. Okay, he ain't as young as I thought. Like I feel like it was a bad choice for him to go to PSG. To be honest with you, but if they end up bringing Rafael Leao, like I feel like day one Rafael Leao starts over him, and you run with Colomwani and Gonzalo Ramos. Like now, do they want to do that? I don't know. Like PSG would love to probably have Victor Osimhen because he's like a big star player. I don't know how good he's doing this season, but just bring in Leao and get it cracking. You already got a good midfield. Your defenders are decent. The PSG fans always talk about they need help in the midfield. We need more midfield. It's like, no, your midfield's good, dude. Like, stop it. You just play with Mbappe and you're just going to do counterattacks all day. Like, that's just what it is. But once Mbappe's going, I'm going to be so much more excited for PSG, to watch PSG. And I'm going to be more excited for Liga because I feel like that, like just Mbappe leaving, like makes it a way more even playing field in Liga. Unfortunately, I still can't watch it on my laptop, which is annoying. But I will be excited for Liga. I feel like there's going to be a lot of teams in Liga that's like, goddamn, finally, like get this monster out of here so we can actually compete with you guys. These cats are going crazy. I'm going to just leave the door open so they can run out. But yeah, bring in Leao. But who knows? Does he want to go to PSG? Maybe he want to stay in Milan. Serie A is easy street these days. He's going to turn 25 this summer. I don't know. Maybe because I feel like he signed another contract recently. Let me see. You know, they won the league. They're not going to win the league this season. Let me see where they are right now. Because I feel like they're in third place, 52 points. Yeah, they're not going to win the league. They're 11 points behind Inter. And Inter has a game in hand. They're not winning the league. They'll be in Champions League. I don't know. Maybe Leao was like, you know what, dude? Like, fuck going back to PSG, yo. Fuck Liga, yo. Let me just stay in Serie A. But did he sign another contract recently? Okay, no, he did. Yeah. 22-23 season, he signed a new contract to 2028. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not excited for Mbappe at Real Madrid. I would love to see him play at Man U. I would like to see him play in EPL. I think it's unfortunate that Messi never played in EPL. That Neymar never played in EPL. I'm not even like the super EPL advocate like that, but we got to be honest. Like, it is the best league in the world right now. And I feel like these players, like, if you're, like, you want to like cement your legacy, kind of like, I think it's kind of whack that Messi went from Barcelona to PSG. Alex says, so Mbappe to Madrid doesn't excite you at all? No. Well, Alex, I'm not a Real Madrid fan, so there's a little difference there. But no, it doesn't excite me. I was saying earlier, like, I would have been more excited if it happened when he wanted to go in 2021. But now, not really. Like, I'd rather see them play with the guys they have now. I'd rather see it, Like, I don't really want to see them bring in Mbappe. For Real Madrid and for Mbappe, I'd just rather see him go to a team where he can build the legacy. He's that good. Real Madrid's already good. What you gonna do there? You can make them better, I guess, but but like, they already be winning Champions League and stuff. But if he went to Man U, it's a big club. They've been shitty for the past 10 years or more. Go bring them back to like competing with City and Arsenal. The fact that you even got to say Arsenal is crazy, or in Liverpool, like. But going to Real Madrid, like, yeah, they're going to win the league this year. They're going to win Real Madrid's going to win Champions League once every 4 years minimum. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of boring. It's just kind of boring to me. Like, and there's a part of me that feels like he's kind of just taking the easy road, like he's done for the past 7 seasons at PSG. Like, go somewhere where it's a little bit of a struggle, And I'd like to see him play in EPL. But yeah, Madrid needs number 9 so bad though. Hostel is a great backup, but he's no starter. Alex, Real Madrid's over here winning matches with Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Jude Bellingham. They over here dominating. I don't think they need necessarily a center forward like that. Now, granted, like, sometimes you do want to push the line with a real center forward. And maybe Joselu is not that guy. He's a little bit older. I like him, but he's a little bit older. But I don't think you need Mbappe though. Like, honestly, it's just kind of boring, dude. And as I was saying, Mbappe is not a traditional number 9. He's not gonna push the line. He's not gonna score headers in the box. He's not. He doesn't do that now. Now, as a center forward at PSG, he just waits for the counter. Literally, that's what he does. And he gets a little bit involved, like he'll, get involved. But like, really, as a center forward, what he ends up doing is like drifting to the left and like getting over there and getting his moves cracking on the left. But that's because PSG never has structure and tactics. For Real Madrid, he's not going to be doing that. Like, you can't just go wherever you want and just wait to get the ball. Like, what him and Neymar would do at PSG. Real Madrid actually has real tactics. Like they actually play real football. PSG hasn't played real football in forever. Um, like I feel like I've seen PSG play real football for one season, and they didn't even win the league that season. I think that was the year Monaco won. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not really exciting for me. I'd love to see him go somewhere and cement his own legacy. Like, and I guess that's not like all the way fair because he can't cement a legacy at Real Madrid. Like, he's not going to break any records for real, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But it does make me more excited for PSG, to watch PSG, and to watch Liga, even though unfortunately I can't watch on my laptop, which is very annoying. But anyway, Shadowbammed, We Made It podcast umbrella. I already know We Made It podcast, the best football podcast ever in human history. Honestly, like if I were y'all, I would just like go on Spotify and just like scroll back and just pick a random episode and listen to it. Because every once in a while I do that and I just be like, holy shit, this is hilarious. Alex says, imagine if Mbappe finally comes to Madrid and then starts getting injury problems. I said it earlier. I'm like, Mbappe is titanium. This fool never gets injured for real. Like, I remember, I forgot who it was against. I want to say it was against Marseille or something. I seen him get, like, he got an ankle injury. Like, the dude, like, tackled him and you saw his ankle. Like that's an ankle injury. And it looked like it was a sprain, but it looked like a high ankle sprain. And a high ankle sprain is bad. And that fool came back the next week. I'm like, oh my God. And we named that episode, the next episode, Titanium Ankle. No, that fool does not get injured. He could start getting injured because he is, he's a speed merchant. And a lot of times those guys get injured, but I think he's a hard worker. I think he works out. I think he's like not lazy. I think he takes after his idol, Ronaldo, in a lot of ways. And I think he takes care of himself and he trains hard. He's not like Hazard or some of these other guys who just kind of get out there and play around. So there might be a reason why he doesn't get injured. Also, there's still luck too. Like, you're getting lucky not getting bad injuries. But yeah, we will see. I'm just not excited about it. I'm not. If he went to EPL, not Liverpool, even Liverpool, honestly. Like they got, what's his name? The Colombian dude, Diaz. I think he's a good player. He's not like a super duper baller. Like, Mbappe can come in for him. Maybe they have to get rid of Jota or something like that. I wouldn't really be so excited to watch him at Liverpool for real because Liverpool's already good. I would just love to see him go to a team that's just like not like a team like Man U that's like a big club and they just like they need help. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. But yeah, if I were y'all, I would just go scroll down and just listen to random episodes when We Made a Podcast. I was listening to an episode from damn 4 years ago and dying and like listening to a game recap and like I gotta watch the highlights now. It's honestly like it blows my mind how good our podcast was. I wish it was somebody else's podcast. So like I wasn't talking about myself and Caesar. Like I wish I was talking about somebody else. Like damn, their podcast is so good. But yeah, anyway, Shadowbam, that was episode 20. Will we be back tomorrow? Let me see who's playing Champions League tomorrow again. PSV Dortmund, wild. Inter Atleti is interesting. I hate watching Atleti, but maybe if Depay starts, I'll be more down. I hate watching Serie A teams play, but I like Marcus Thuram. I might watch that. Will I do a recap after? We'll see. Napoli, Barca. I feel like Barcelona's going to kill them, but we'll see. Porto, Arsenal. That's literally Europa League. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, we made a podcast, Shadowbammed, episode 20. Hope y'all have a nice day. Holler.